All right, man. We're gonna wait for some of y'all to get back up in here, man. All right, where y'all at? Peace to everybody that's about to come back in here. Please, everybody that's in here, please share that I'm on. Can y'all share that I'm on? And look, since this is gonna be the reaction video, I'm gonna have to start this all over as far as the the interview, but it's still interesting. Y'all already know that. So do me a favor, everybody, please make sure y'all hit that like button and share that I'm on. That gladly appreciate it. We're gonna get right into it. Right into it. He is a culture vulture. Vulture. We're gonna get right into it. Please share, everybody. Thank you ahead of time. And again, salute to Art of Dialogue.
Chris Todd, welcome to the Art of Dialogue. One of the most controversial men in the world right now. Released the book, Kim Porter, the alleged memoir. Welcome to the Art of Dialogue. And if you have anything to say.
Honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I watched the show, big fan. And I think it's an important time, what's happening now. And I'll just show the book real quick, just so everyone knows this is my final proof copy that I've, signed and going to give to you guys as kind of a piece of memorabilia. This is my final one before it was printed. So I'd like you guys to have that.
Let's get right into it. Why did you choose the pseudonym Jamal T. Millwood for the alleged memoir instead of using your real name, Chris Todd? Was it to lend credibility to the book and having an African-American name, predominantly African-American name, associated with the book?
There's a couple different reasons. I've addressed this on some of my other interviews, but I'll address it to you today in my own unique way. I was asked to use that name, and I had to kind of hem and haw whether I was going to use my name, Chris Todd, as the author, or Jamal T. Millwood. I put the T there for Tupac. Everyone knows Jamal Millwood is kind of that conspiracy name, or a name that Tupac had used, kind of in that Machiavelli kind of world of, is he back from the dead? So I didn't know too much about the name, but with the sources and some other people, there's more than one person involved with me right now that I have to explain, and we'll get into that. And also at the time when the book was going to be published, Sean Combs was still out of jail. There was no arrest. People have been confusing about thinking I knew something. I didn't. I took a leap of faith, as I said, spiritually, and I just did it, okay? I could have removed his name. I could have put my name there. I have carte blanche permission right now to do whatever I want with this book. That's why I X'd out some stuff in there, and I had to do a couple other disclaimers.
So do you don't think that it's a problem? Because Jamal T. Millwood is not really affiliated or associated with Tupac in any kind of way as Tupac the artist. Let's be clear about that.
Sure.
And so when you use that name, what it appears to show is that there's an African-American person behind this book that is affiliated or associated with Kim Porter, or at one time was affiliated or associated with her. You don't think that that's misleading?
There are African-Americans behind this book. So in a way,
specifically the name Jamal T. Millwood.
Well, not a person named Jamal Millwood.
Okay.
I'm saying Jamal Millwood, as I was taught about it, and I looked into it too. It's not everywhere. If you Google it, you'll see a couple things. I put the T there in case there was a real person named Jamal Millwood. We wouldn't have a hard match to the name. So to me, I felt as if it was kind of a team effort. And look, let's be honest, as to my skin color and stuff, to me, I don't see myself as that, like in a traditional way. This is a team effort. It's collaborative. I was asked to honor Tupac because this was sort of a way of him back from the grave. Same with Kim, to tell Sean, you tried to shoot me, you shot me at the Quad Studios, and I'm back. And so
This is what they really conjure up at this fucking round table. Tupac is coming back. They're all on some mythology. This is not a movie script. This is somebody's real life. Jamal, Tupac, Milburn. This guy, I swear to God, this guy needs to be, he needs to be in the back of somebody's trunk. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's keep it pushing, man.
I did it. Like I said, if we flipped a coin, right? Could the book have been said by Chris Todd? Maybe. I go by what God asked me to do. I prayed on it. That's what I did.
Okay. But like I said, when you look at it optically, for the African American viewers that watch the Art of Dialogue, we kind of look at that as clout chasing.
I understand.
And misusing the name Jamal from that perspective. When I looked at the cover, I was like, the first thing I did was looked up Jamal T. Millwood because I wanted to see what other works he had put out.
Sure.
And when I didn't find that, I was like, well, something else. And then I came across a few other articles in which then you popped in. And I was like, wow, well, why would he use Jamal T. Millwood? And then it came under the pseudonym. I was like, oh. So more importantly, like I said, do you find that to be a red flag in how people doubt what's actually in this
I
book?
don't know, because the way I look at it is on my, if you know about my other cases and how I do this, I am cryptic sometimes. I am going to play on words. Sometimes when you're trying to change a paradigm about something, you can't just tell them straight out. So what I'm getting at is, to me, if you guys say the Black community, African American community, I was asked to do that. It was sort of a condition. This was a cat and mouse game for about 8 months. I had him, I lost him, I had him, I lost him. And there's multiple people. I don't mean one person. And like I said, whatever, I could change my name tomorrow. It's fluid. If I wanted to go back into the account, I could put it to Chris Todd. For right now, I'm going to let it ride.
And I totally understand that, but you can understand when you put.
I do understand.
You do understand, and so from that, in dealing with something that is alleged to deal with Kim Porter.
Sure.
It's
sensitive.
It's absolutely.
But I'd ask you, like, what if a Black guy wrote a book and he said his name was John? Should white people come out and go, wait, whoa, that guy's name is John? Doesn't sound like a Black guy's name.
Well, we have John Sally.
I understand.
We have John.
But do you understand?
We have John Amos. But
he wanted to be a vulture and use a Black person's name that will attract more people to the book, because just looking at it from a white person's writing, getting the memoir, Black people's gonna look like, you know what I mean? It's gonna rub us the wrong way. Like, how did you get it? Just like how we asking now, how did you get it? Do y'all remember? I was like, yo, they gotta be 2 books, because there's something with somebody named Milburn, and then there's a guy named Chris Todd. You see how I mixed up the 2? This is just a few days ago. So he just wanted to really play that mind trick. And I can't wait to let this whole thing play out. I'm not gonna do too many interjecting like I did the last live, but he's gonna get under everybody's skin. And like Sonny said, I can't knock the hustle. Yes, you can knock the hustle. We can knock his hustle. This the American way. Eat, feed, just take your shit and eat off your shit and don't even give a fuck. You know what I mean? This is what you call white, and I say so. White privilege.
With Todd. Todd's a white name, but I know Black guys are named Todd too.
Jamal,
Todd
but Jamal, Mashburn, Jamal.
Sure.
We can go. I don't know no white man named Jamal. I've never met a white guy.
That's a fair point.
Never. I never met a Latino brother. I've never. It's simply this. It's just not that. And so that's the problem that I think most people had in relation to that.
And maybe I should have thought of it a little more. And I respect that totally. If you really look at my thing, sometimes I just do it. Like, it's really hard to explain. I don't always think it all the way through. So
I'm gonna find
LaJuan Delane, a close friend of Kim Porter, has publicly called the alleged memoir full of lies. How do you respond to these allegations?
I don't believe LaWanda has the flash drive, does she?
I wouldn't think so. According to you, you have the flash drive. On that note, nobody has seen the flash drive.
Well, that's not true.
I mean, publicly, where they can verify
Publicly, there's multiple people who've seen the flash drive.
flash drive. Do you plan on at any time introducing the flash drive to any network or anybody that wants to see it to view the metadata involved in that flash drive as to time,
Yes.
dates, and stamps?
Yeah.
And when would you be doing that?
Well, there's tapes on the flash drive.
No, I'm specifically talking about.
I'm saying all of it.
Yeah.
Just think of it like a totality.
Well, not even the totality.
I haven't shown anything from it yet.
Okay, so not even the totality of it, but simply the metadata.
Yeah, with
As to time when alleged that this was purportedly written by Kim, dates, times, because I understand the book really doesn't have a structural date time. It's basically,
she left a lot of the dates out, so it's hard to know what award ceremony they're at. I had to research a lot of stuff too.
Okay.
Some of the things I couldn't peg down the date at all.
Okay.
Because she's not putting in the exact 1996, like she's not saying that.
Okay.
And it jumps. A lot of it jumps around.
Okay.
I do believe Kim was writing it over a multi-year period.
Okay.
So she's putting some stuff here, then she's combining these things later. Or remember, all writers do this too. You think back to the event and you play it out in your head. So as I've said, yeah, when the time's right, I will start showing. Right now, there's some other people that actually have access to the flash drive and they're threatening to leak the sex tapes. Okay. That's right now I'm trying to deal with them. Like, so I'm not going to try to beat them to the punch and say, well, I'm going to release this famous person on tape. Not yet. Like I'm whistleblowing. Okay. And we'll get into that, what that means, but it doesn't mean.
How other people, so they must have copies of the same thing that you have. So if they have copies of the flash drive, he's not saying there's a different one. How do they have sex tapes? And you trying to go back and forth so they won't leak it, and you being the whistleblower. So how many copies of this sex tape or her memoir do people have? And I'm actually looking up this guy's name. He has done the slaying of the notorious B.I.G., but he does not know how Faith and Biggie and them met, which is public knowledge. He did Aaron Hernandez, the Zodiac Killer. This dude is everywhere. He's talking about I just seen another one how or LAPD's Rampart connection to Biggie Smalls. And who is this dude, man? This dude is a real clout chaser. And I'm gonna say this: how the fuck after she died, murdered, allegedly, everybody comes to you? How did you, the connection that we need to all ask, even though we know he's lying? Who gave you the flash drive? Why were you the first option to literally give you the flash drive to create this so-called memoir? And when asked a question about a specific excerpt of your book, you can't even recall what he's talking about, but it's from your words or Kim's words, but it's in the book that you put together. This dude is a vulture. That's why I put a vulture on that goddamn thumbnail. Let's go, guys.
I mean, a whistleblower can't make money either. So I don't want to hear anybody come at me from like Hollywood. Hollywood makes billions of dollars trolling the murder and the deaths, the unaliving of people. So I don't want to hear anybody say anything to me from there.
LaWanda Lane claims that she spoke to Kim just 12 hours before her death and was by her side. Why would she dispute the contents of the alleged memoir?
I cannot fully answer what if, I don't know if she's hiding something. What if she does know? And for safety reasons, remember, Kim passed away years ago. So we're looking back like 6 years ago. It's easy to start saying, hindsight's 2020. Oh, why didn't she do this and that? Well, let's talk about in the moment. What if Kim Porter didn't give it to her? I don't want to comment too much about like the people's names. I don't want you to ask me like too many people's names for their protection about like, oh, this person knew that LaWanda sounds like a nice person. I know she's super involved. If she wants to have a conversation with me, she can call me.
Well, I wouldn't the reason why I said her name is because she spoke publicly.
I understand.
And so and I think that
Ebony Electra
it
spoke
would be
publicly.
fair. It would be fair to say that someone who was close to Kim Porter would have probably had a conversation as close as she was to Kim Porter, or is alleged to be close to Kim Porter, would have had a conversation to know whether she was working on a tell-all book, any kind of, because what I understand, Kim Porter was working on children's books. And so in any
And he don't even know that.
if you're talking to the people who allegedly gave you a flash drive, there was no mention about children's books, her children's books that she was planning on writing? No?
Nope.
Okay. What was your source for the claim about Diddy's alleged abuse towards Kim Porter, despite people close to her, including LaWanda Lane, denying it?
What is my feeling of how I prove that Diddy was abusive to Kim herself? Well, multiple sources I talked to about that he was abusive. We have the whole story about St. Tropez on the yacht, the broken nose. So I researched the heck out of that. Her getting hit with the chair that I released, that Radar put out first. That was the first thing I ever leaked. Kim said she was hit by a chair, not me.
No. When did this allegedly happen?
That has to be after, well, the years, we don't know the exact time because I can't even pull the hospital records. So I don't know the exact moment of that. The picture I have that I released with the lip and the blood on the nose, that has to be post 2009 in LA. That's at her Toluca Lake house. As for the chair, I don't know the exact year of when that happened.
So Radar Online actually released that article.
Because of me.
Because of you.
Yeah.
And when did they?
Didn't have anything.
When did they do that?
That was a month ago.
A month ago, before the book came out, and so you leaked that to Radar Online.
Yes.
Okay.
We leaked the pages that talk about her getting hit by the chair and waking up in the hospital and seeing the man who put her there. That was what was given to Radar and some other pages. They never got the full thing. They made that up. So I'm gonna straighten that out right now with them.
Who made that up?
Radar. They never had the whole thing. They printed that they did.
So Radar Online basically.
They had 5 pages.
Okay, Radar Online seen what? They saw what to get this?
I didn't even give them the picture either. I showed it to them through a Zoom call. I didn't give it to them. The Daily Mail was given the first Kim Porter abuse photo was given to the Daily Mail in a one-time use. That's the photo you see with the blood, the lip, she's crying, she's looking in the mirror, her friend's taking a photo of her. No one ever saw that. That photo doesn't exist because it's on the flash drive. So that's what people, they're not really.
And he's saying that's the picture y'all saw with the bloody nose, but then there's a picture that you didn't see because it was on a flash drive, but it was sent to Daily Mail. This guy is really all over the place, man.
And I already tried to release some other photos of famous rappers with Diddy, and they won't print them. That's on the media. So I've already released them. There's 8 of them. With Andre Harrell, with Snoop, with Neo, in strange little, not people, they tell a story about what's going on, and they won't release them. Those are from her flash drive. She's the owner of the pictures. So I don't want anybody to say like, oh, do you have the rights package? From who, Diddy?
Well, let's delve into that. The pictures you're saying allegedly from the flash drive. When someone takes a picture of you, the person that takes the picture is the owner.
Correct.
Right? So she wouldn't be the owner.
Well, how do I know Kim didn't take the photos? She's right there with Sean all the time.
Because she's in the photo.
No, she's not in the photo. It's Sean.
So
with Neo. It's not Kim in the picture.
Okay.
It's like Diddy, Neo, Diddy, record executive,
right.
Diddy, Andre Harrell, Diddy with one of his sons. I removed it because they're like working out in a gym and they have no shirts on. I pulled it out. I know which kid it is. I don't want to say it. I'm just trying to think of the other photo. So it's not Kim in them. It's like as if she's taking the photos. It's Sean with these people.
But you factually do not know who's taking the photo, correct?
Well, I've been told they're hers.
No, I mean, you don't know
I
personally.
wasn't there. Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean, you don't know personally who's taking the photo.
Correct.
But you were told.
Yes.
The person that told you.
These are Kim's photos. This is her flash drive. These are hers.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, was the person that allegedly gave you the flash drive, were they there when the photos were taken?
I'm not going to comment.
Okay. The alleged memoir suggests that P. Diddy Combs directed Faith Evans to sleep with Tupac after November 30th, 1995, following Tupac's release from prison and the shooting incident. Can you clarify or provide more details on how this claim was verified, especially considering the complexities of their relationship and the timeline of events surrounding Tupac's release from jail?
Okay, we're talking about Tupac or Biggie?
And we're talking about Tupac.
Faith with Tupac.
According to your book,
yeah.
According to your book, it's alleged that Sean P. Diddy Combs,
Kim's book.
Yeah, Kim's book, the alleged memoir. According to it, in there it says in a conversation that happened between Kim, P. Diddy, and Faith, that P. Diddy said to Faith, and Kim overheard it, that's the reason why I sent you to be with Tupac Shakur.
I'd have to see that. I can't think of that exact page right now. I know more about the Biggie situation. Remember, there's 59 pages. I don't see it in front of me. I memorize every line. So I know the story about Faith with Tupac, and that kind of goes to the hit 'em up, right? Like, so I can't say if Kim's using liberty as a storyteller where she's talking about that, like she's trying to blame them for something.
No,
I don't know.
Let me clarify for you. There's a conversation that's taking place in your book, and Faith comes over to the office, and Kim and Sean are in the office, and they begin to talk, and there's soft tone, there's mentions of a lot of stuff. And this is where it goes into calling Biggie the FF word.
Yep.
Okay, it goes into that, and it's calling him the FF word. I won't repeat
Talking trash about Biggie.
Right, you're talking trash about Biggie. And
it's like you don't even
it says that P. Diddy is saying to Faith, that's why I sent you to F with Tupac.
I don't know if that's true. I can't comment on it. I don't know what Kim's saying there. I don't know if she's trying to make Faith look bad. I don't know.
No, this is what Kim is allegedly overhearing Sean say to Faith.
But remember, as a writer, okay, when you write a book, you don't know. I don't know if it's exactly either she's interjecting a sense of fiction into her book. It's not a diary.
It's a
That's what people are not understanding. She's telling a story. It's using things that she's saying, I was in high school and then I married, and she's putting that like in first person, right?
Right.
But then she's turning it, it's like a morph. I tried to explain this to another guy in an interview. He wasn't understanding what I was saying. The writers have the ability, whether you call it roman à clef, which means you mix in some soft fiction into a real story, that's her right.
But
this is why I stopped shopping on Amazon, and you should too.
But this dude didn't even understand what he was talking about, and it was about his so-called book that he put together. Regardless if whatever it is, you as a writer overlooking a writer's book, you should already understand the narrative of which she's coming from. You should already understand that story that you put in the book. He had no idea. And he's just trying to make up as he go. I'm white and I say so. Those are bars.
Exact thing, putting me on the spot on that, it's fine, but I can't fully comment on it.
No, and like I said, it's not actually putting you on the spot. Like I said, once again, this is a book.
I can't speak for Kim.
Yeah,
I don't know
absolutely. So like I said, but
I can, but
and reading, and like I said, from what I'm trying to get at basically is the fact that this is in the book, and it is alleged that P. Diddy allegedly sent Faith at Tupac in order to be with him. And so this is what Kim is allegedly overhearing at this particular meeting.
Is it possible that that's true? Maybe. It's
So you don't
possible.
know if that's true.
I don't, from my understanding of the story of Tupac with Faith, was that what I was told by other people too,
You
they
lied.
got together sort of as a revenge thing, that Tupac said he wanted to get with her to kind of get at Biggie. So is it a little bit coming from his camp? And did Sean Combs say, egg her on to do it? Maybe. I don't know. I
Okay,
can't
so
fully.
basically you don't know. So that
I'm
part,
saying I don't fully know if there's some liberty with what she's saying and she's trying to blend Tupac's version and Sean's version together.
How?
Tupac's version of what?
I want to move on.
Okay.
Yeah. You see
Thank
that?
Because you're asking me like these very specific things. I don't know what she's trying to do there.
The reason why I asked that is because I was actually there when they met.
Okay.
I was
With Tupac met.
Faith.
Okay, cool.
Right. And so what I'm trying to clarify is,
Then you might know more than I
well,
do.
not that I know more than you. I'm just trying to get to the truth and the facts and the heart of the matter
Sure.
in relation to the book
Sure.
and what's being said in the book. And so that you can't clarify that to me,
Correct.
I totally understand that, and you wish to move on.
Sure.
Okay.
Wait. Wait. Hold on. Let's
LaWanda,
let's let that sink. It went over my head the first time when we watched this part. The interviewer said he was actually there. Now I understand why he wanted to move on to the next question. I get it now. Because you a vulture. The guy who's interviewing was actually there. And let's not forget either, y'all. Puffy was beating him in the head. He wasn't getting no money. That's why Misa went over there to LA. That's why you see the picture with Suge Knight, Justin, and Misa. Mary J went out there. That's why she was giving Danny Boy some head, allegedly, but I believe him. That's why they all went to LA. Because Suge Knight was taking care of him. Puffy was beating his artist. Suge Knight was like, yo, what the East Coast won't do, the West Coast will do. Something like that. That whatever that quote it was. But long story short, Pac already knew he was gonna get at Faith. He already came with a mission. Again, the girl that Pac was fucking with told the world on Art of Dialogue that Tupac said when he come home he's gonna stand a third. Faith Evans was not fucking with Puffy like that. She needed money. She was broke. And she heard of an opportunity out there and she really wanted to meet Pac too. She was offered, I think, like 75,000 or some, whatever the 7,500 or 7 G's, something, whatever the amount was. She went out there to get money because Puffy, she was broke. He left his artist broke. And she had Louis Vuitton, Gucci, everything for Pac. You know what I mean? And this guy said he was there. I could have went a little bit further, but I don't want to get too far away from this interview. But the guy actually said, let me bring it back. And this is why he said he want to move on. And let me say this as well in closing. Look at this dude body language. Look at his hands tapping. Look at his shoes tapping. He's nervous because he thought that he was going to outsmart this interviewer. Like I said in my last live, I have to say this again. This interviewer did a marvelous fucking job with the questions, being attentive, making sure he don't get away with nothing. And he's getting put into a corner like a little bitch, and he trying to be a little arrogant and move on. I'm going to bring it back to what he said. He said, I was there when Tupac met Faith Evans. And look how he got put into that corner. Just watch his body language. Watch his body language. He's a bitch. Watch his body language. He think he's smooth because he got that mousse and that damn jam gel in his hair. Get out of here, vulture.
that you can't clarify that to me.
Bring it back a little bit again.
And you might know more than I
Well,
do.
not that I know more than you. I'm just trying to get to the truth and the facts and the heart of the matter.
Sorry about that. Let me bring it back a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that
I'm
part,
saying I don't fully know if there's some liberty with what she's saying and she's trying to blend Tupac's version and Sean's version together.
Tupac's version of what?
I want to move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because you're asking me like these very specific things. I don't know what she's trying to do there.
The reason why I asked that is because I was actually there when they met.
Okay.
I was
With Tupac met.
Faith.
Okay, cool.
Right. And so what I'm trying to clarify is,
Then you might know more than
Well, not that I know more than you. I'm just trying to get to the truth and the facts and the heart of the matter
Sure.
in relation to the book
Sure.
Look,
and what's being said in the book. And so that you can't clarify that to me,
Correct.
I totally understand that, and you wish to move on.
Sure.
Okay. LaWanda Lane also stated that Kim Porter couldn't even
nervous.
work a computer. How does this align with the portrayal of Kim Porter's involvement in creating digital records of Diddy's alleged activities?
I don't know why anybody would say they don't know how to use a computer. So she's trying to say Kim's computer illiterate. I don't believe that.
I don't think that she's trying to say as a friend, as a close friend, somebody.
No, she's saying that to try to undermine what we're doing. It's kind of insulting.
But
If I said you didn't know how to use a computer, how would that look in the modern age?
if you knew me,
Yeah,
and I know a lot of people who can't use cell phones.
we're saying Kim
correctly.
didn't know how to use a cell phone, send a text, send.
Yeah, no.
She didn't know how to type.
I'm not. Like I said, I don't want to.
The book talks about an iCloud, so she obviously knows how to use a cloud.
Right, the book. Right, and so like I said, I don't want to.
I understand.
I'm just saying from what's alleged in the book, and her understanding who Kim was and being a close friend, her observation of who her friend was. She's basically saying that Kim really didn't know how to use a computer like that,
I call false.
and you call false.
I'm white and I say so. I'm a vote, and I'm not trying to make this a race thing. I'm really not. I'm not trying to come from that cloth. I'm really not trying to come from a race perspective. However, some people who have less melanin, who has no melanin, possess a mindset of what I say goes. It doesn't matter. You are mentally incompetent than me, and whatever I say on the spot, it should be validated because I say so. This is most of their mindset. And look at him. Even when you know you're wrong, he's standing there acting like he knows what he's talking about. It doesn't matter if you're right, but if I feel like I'm right, you're right, has no validation in my world. This is how he's operating. Get out of here.
Okay. Al B. Shore, Kim Porter's ex-husband, has threatened legal action, calling the book fake. How do you address his challenge to the authenticity of the alleged memoir?
Al doesn't have the flash drive, so how would he know? How does he know what Kim wrote? And Al wasn't fully in Kim's life, so I'm not going to bring up some personal stuff about Al B. Shore and his son and Diddy adopting him. I'm not gonna do that. But if he wants to have a conversation, have a conversation. He wants to sue Jeff Bezos. Good luck.
But he recently filed a cease and desist order.
Correct.
You are aware of that.
Yeah, they leaked it to the media before they gave it to me. So why don't we talk about that first?
Okay, so basically you're saying that Al B. Shore leaked.
Given to the New York Post before I received it. What's up?
Have you received it yet?
Yes, I did receive it.
You did receive it? And the
But
reason...
why would you send it to the media before you show it to me? Because you want media, because you want press. So I know what he's doing. Wants to lock horns. Be careful. Look me up. Look at my other lawsuit. 40 million in Miami. Go look at what I'm doing over there.
The reason why I believe that, from what I understand and what I've read, is the fact that he's depicted in the book,
Very briefly.
allegedly by Kim, and in the book it states that he's involved in certain nefarious activities, I would call them.
That she's eyewitnessing.
That she's allegedly eyewitnessing, because we haven't seen anything
Correct.
involving that. And that's why I was asking you about the metadata earlier. So I think that's the reason why he responded like he did.
I'm going to make a comment about that too, but you ask your question first.
Yeah, like he did. No, go ahead. Feel free.
He's X'd out in the book. It doesn't even say it. So he's gonna try to file a lawsuit against one of the biggest companies in the world, and their lawyers are gonna open the book and go, I don't know what's going on. Let me read. They're gonna see a bunch of X's. It doesn't even say it. Now, if defamation by implication, when you imply something, yeah, they might have a peg leg to stand on with that, but still, again, he's in like half a page, okay? I didn't say it. She said it, okay? Now, I almost didn't want to put it in there, I will admit. And I'm considering removing that chapter, I am.
The question that most people, what you just said, the question that most people would have, if this was done in the interest and in the respect of Kim and she wanted this out, allegedly, then why would you remove it?
Because I have carte blanche permission to do whatever I need to do in any lawsuit and anything. I am her voice right now.
Wait, hold on. I missed that. Who told him that he had permission? Hold on. I need to bring that back.
This was done in the interest and in the respect of Kim and she wanted this out, allegedly, then why would you remove it?
Because I have carte blanche permission to do whatever I need to do in any.
Then why would you remove it?
Because I have carte blanche permission to do whatever I need to.
What name that he said, y'all? Who? I'm gonna let it rock, but what name that he said? I'm gonna bring it back one more time.
Done in the interest and in the respect of Kim and she wanted this out, allegedly, then why would you remove it?
Because I have carte blanche permission to do whatever I need to do in any lawsuit and anything. I am her voice right now. I'm in charge of the book.
So you can speak for Kim, is what you're
I
saying.
don't know.
I'm in charge of the book.
Okay.
Yeah. If I want to remove the book because they come to an agreement, if Amazon says pull the chapter and you keep going, then I will seriously consider pulling his 2 pages out of the book.
And look how arrogantly he said his 2 pages. And he said sue Amazon, but see, you're the owner of her book. All right. You speaks up for Kim. You got the flash drive. Yes, sue Amazon, but you are getting compensated as well too. You publish the book, you're getting it published through Amazon or whatever publication you make it from. I really think that he put this together through Chat GPT. I'm telling y'all, and try to sell it on Koji. That's how I sold my book, and then put it on Amazon or whatever. But Amazon could get sued as well too. But you can get sued too. Amazon got long money. I don't know if you got long money like that, but you still could get sued. And he's very cocky. Very cocky.
And that's why I X'd it out too. I did him a solid. I X'd out what it said. I didn't even put it out there. But I get it. I know. Look, when I first read the pages too, I was shocked. I was. I don't know the whole deal of like, is she trying to be shocking? I don't know. She's not the first author to do it, you know?
Carte blanche.
Kim Porter's children, as well as Diddy himself through his lawyer, have dismissed the book as an attempt to capitalize on her death. How do you respond to these criticisms?
Are they going to make comments about the victims of Sean Combs, or are they just going to focus on trying to call the memoir fake? Let's see their statement about all the victims. There's going to be 50 new ones coming out. I'd like to see them make statements about that before we start responding to what Kim did.
Respectfully, these are Kim Porter's children. That's their mother. Their mother is no longer here. From what they understand and from what they know, their mother wasn't working on any book.
Would she tell them that?
From what they know, I'm not going to interject anything I'm thinking of saying. From what they know and what they understand from their mother is that their mother wasn't working on any book.
A lot of people said she was.
And so her children, as well as Sean P. Diddy Combs, through his lawyer, are basically saying that it's an attempt to capitalize on her death. And my question is, once again, how do you respond to these criticisms in an articulate way? And like I said, we do understand the accusations that are alleged against Sean Combs, the NDAs that he's had signed by other people, housekeeper, chef, and so on and so forth. But in particular, Kim Porter's children saying that they disagree with this, that their mother, who birthed them out of her womb, who they spent their life with, would know, and saying that, hey, you know what? This is a cash grab.
Well, also, I don't know if they're saying that for the public eye. I do a lot of murder cases where they know there's been an unaliving and they won't say it publicly. So yes, through their PR machines, right? They may have to say that, and that's okay. I have no issue with them saying that. But I've done a lot of cases. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff of parents, sisters, brothers, kids. I've seen things that'll make your head spin backwards. Okay. So we have to kind of just ride it out, see what happens. Okay. Other people are starting to come forward already. They're already starting to corroborate. And some people are denying. We know that. It's not my first rodeo. It's not my first book. I already know what's coming. I already knew the family would say that. Okay. So I respect them. If they want to talk to me, then have a conversation with me. It's not a money grab. These people have 20 times more money than I do. No one can say like money grab. Hollywood already owes me like $20 million. So when anybody says anything about money to me, just be careful. Like,
but what makes you important to anybody giving you a goddamn flash drive? Everybody's trying to eat off this girl, and I swear to God, somebody, her flash drives can literally be already confiscated by the FBI. They probably already have it. What was that guy that was dating? If I'm not mistaken, Chris Kardashian, whatever the mother, whatever, Kris Jenner, whatever the fuck. The black dude, he was there. He's sketchy. Do you know who really knows everything? I'm pretty sure y'all know. Kamora Lee. That girl is scared out her mind. And she's by herself out there. Scared out her mind. You know she know all the secrets. She knows everything. She was there. You see how frightened she looked? You don't see her speaking about a damn thing. Who makes this piece of crap be the first option to write a book about Kim Porter? Who are you? And then he comes up with a black named Jamal. Come on, son. Tupac. Milburn. Like, get the fuck up out of here. Like, this guy is a vulture. I'm not going to talk too much. You know I'm going to interject. But this guy gets me upset. Those are bars, right? Let's continue.
but I respect the question.
Look at the thumbnail of you see how his face look with the nose, and look at the vulture that I got on that thumbnail. They look identical.
The alleged memoir claims that Diddy threw a chair at Kim, but LaWanda Lane said that Kim would have killed him if that happened. What's your response to those who call these claims absurd? Prior to the release of the alleged memoir, had you heard anyone else make the same or similar claims on social media regarding the chair incident?
Well, if Kim had abuse issues before, did she kill Sean Combs after that? Did she kill him after he punched her in the face on the yacht?
I'm confused.
My answer is no. She didn't kill Sean Combs after there were other abuse incidences. So when she's saying, "Oh, if Sean hit her with a chair, she would have killed him," well, she didn't do it before. So why is she going to kill him after the chair? There are a lot of abuse instances, most likely, that we don't know what happened between them. So to say, what is she, a Navy SEAL? Like she's supposed to off him? I don't believe that. No.
Well, factually, Roger Bond, you know who that is?
Is that the security guard or bodyguard?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
the yacht one?
He was Diddy's security.
Okay.
For a number of years.
Okay. All right.
I'm
trying to think of the name.
Yeah. Basically, he said that that Kim would fight back. Kim did fight back.
She did.
And also the cut on Diddy's wrist, she fought back, as well as Gene Deal, because Gene at that particular time was the bodyguard during that incident. And so it sounds plausible to me that, once again, LaWanda Lane basically saying that Kim would have killed him shows that she was not a push around from what we know and what we've gathered. So it sounds consistent with somebody who was close to her, who know that she was a fighter, and she would have fought back, and she did fight back, from what we understand from two different people, and Mr. Bond and Miss Lane. So like I said, did you hear this from any other place other than the alleged hard drive that you had before the book was released?
The chair incident?
Yes.
No.
And you only heard this from the alleged hard drive?
Now remember, in the book also, Kim talks about kicking him down the stairs. So that's the part, if you look in the book, she kicks him in the knee and he goes down the stairs and she says an ambulance comes. Now there was talk that he had some surgery on his ankle. I don't know if that exactly coincides, but that's also in the book. So there's the fighting back that you're talking about.
And not only that, but the incident where his wrist.
Yeah, I don't know if that's in the book.
No, but this
Yeah,
is with
Gene.
this is
a
Gene
corkscrew,
Deal.
It was like
yeah. Gene Deal was there.
I was unaware of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Gene Deal.
So you see how there's multiple instances of abuse that I don't necessarily probably know personally about. You might know maybe ear on the street more than I know, right?
Right.
So I only go by what I was given.
Okay. How do you verify the claims in the alleged memoir, such as the accusations that Diddy set up Faith to be with Biggie to monitor him?
That whole situation is super touchy. That's what I thought you were getting at before. I'm not going to have the full answers of this. Obviously, people used to say that Biggie was with Little Kim more than he was with Faith. And I don't want to, Faith's threatening to have a lawsuit too. I don't want to say too much about. I love her music. I was a big fan of hers. I was a big fan of Sean Combs. I grew up with this music. I was a big Biggie fan, big Tupac fan. I don't care what color my skin is. And a lot of other white people don't care either. We love that music. We funded that industry, okay? As obviously African Americans did too, and Latinos and Asian people. Absolutely, okay? It was a cultural phenomenon, okay? So I don't want to say too much about that.
The way he said we funded that industry, as if he's saying, if it wasn't for us, it wouldn't be no genre. I don't know why. It's very cocky. And then he said, well, of course, black people, Asians and all that stuff. He's a real prick. How the fuck you don't know anything about the people's how do you don't know about the stuff that you written in the book? Or yes, I say written in the book. And you will say I don't know about certain things, but don't know or try to make it seem like the people that was actually there, who actually been around her, who lived with her, bodyguard her, so off and so on, and act like they're lying or their truth holds no weight to what you put in that book. He acts like he knows more than the people who was actually around her, who been in that situation. And he's being cocky about it.
I don't know their personal life. I know what Kim's getting at there, though. Their relationship was kind of pseudo, in that, we saw the movies too, where they show Little Kim with Biggie. That's really they were more intense. And so, yeah, that's all I really say about that.
The reason why I say that, I go back to the situation in dealing with Tupac and the Biggie and the Faith and that whole situation, and it was said also by Faith Evans that at that particular time when she came out to LA, when I witnessed her and Tupac meeting each other, that the reason that she had came to LA was based on the fact that Diddy wanted her to do a promotional tour.
Okay.
And she didn't agree to it because she wasn't getting paid to do the tour. So she came to LA to actually write for other artists because she could make money on the side. And so that's the reason why I asked that. But more importantly, it's well documented. And this goes into the research, because you're a journalist, and this goes into the investigating journalist. This goes into the research of, okay, what was alleged by Kim versus what was well-known facts in regards to Biggie and Faith's relationship. And so that's the reason why I asked that question.
Sure.
What information did you have in regards to, or research did you do in regards to Diddy basically setting Faith up? Diddy setting Faith up with Biggie in order to monitor him, because that was the accusation that was made allegedly by Kim. And I think that the reason why I say that, I think that Kim would probably know that based on the fact that they were in a relationship from that perspective. I think she would know all of these things. And so for her to state that in a book or any kind of writing, it just didn't come across, and that's the reason why I'm asking the question.
I want to say a comment about that too.
Okay.
When we talk about relationships between any people at all, there are things hidden from that person and there are things told for a reason that aren't always true. So, and people are brilliant like this, okay? So whether Faith might give you a different answer, Biggie might say a different answer, Sean, Kim, like the four of them might, well, I loved them. No, I told you to watch them. I heard what I think, you know what I mean? So it's like, we got to be careful about saying like, this is exactly, I always tell people that too. It's not so black and white. Like humans are not like that. There's always a motive. They're going to tell you this one person, then they're going to say this to another person, and then they might be thinking something else. So I get where you're getting at.
Right.
I don't have the answer.
The reason why I say that, because this is something that's supposed to be observed by Kim from
A
Sean.
discussion, you mean?
Yeah, this is something that's supposed to be observed by Kim in relation to relaying it to the alleged hard drive that you say you have. And so when I'm asking that, that's the reason why I'm saying that,
Yeah.
you know, to how do you verify the claims in the alleged memoir in regards to the accusations that Diddy set Faith up with Kim, because she was the cash cow at that time.
I would say it could be partially true. Look, like I said, I'm not a black and white guy.
Right.
I always see every side.
Right.
So I would say to you is what she wrote, maybe it's true. That partly she was to monitor Biggie. And then the other side would be they were in love. So which you pick.
This guy's
the gray area, and the reason why I said I don't have to pick me personally, because I understand what it is. Like I say, a lot of this information is well documented from that perspective in how Biggie and Faith met.
But remember, that's somebody saying that.
No, this is from Biggie's mouth and Faith's mouth themselves.
Right. But there's other people saying what they have said or what.
No. What I'm saying, I'm looking at.
Is it recorded?
Yes, it's
Okay.
I'm looking at the horse's mouth. It's actually a Vibe magazine and a Source magazine article.
Sure.
And so when we talk about that, that's what I'm saying. A lot of the information was readily available in how Faith and Biggie fell in love.
How they told each other's story to the media.
No, how they told each other's story about themselves in regards to how they met.
Sure.
And how soon it took them to get married. And they have a beautiful son from that, and so on. So, you know what I mean? So
sure.
that's the reason why I'm asking.
I got you.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Look at his body language.
Several celebrities, including Faith Evans, are repeatedly considering legal action due to the allegations.
No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring it back. Look at his body language, because he it's the hot seat is hot. It's hot, nigga. That seat is hot. He really think he got the answer for everything. You can tell that this dude is nervous. He's panicking. He is sweating. He came to that seat to try to outthink, outsmart, out-answer a guy who is well documenting, well crafted in his answers, and how he breaks down his answers with a follow-up question to answer the question that he tried to get around. And that's why he want to move on. And then he want to play semantics, because it's a lot of this stuff is public knowledge. And if you done your research, journalist, this is something you could have corroborate while he's saying it. This should be already coming out your mouth to have some validity to your whole personality. But evidently, the seat is hot, baby. Look at his body language. He's nervous. He's grabbing his damn sneakers. It's well tied, brother. What you need? It got dirt on it? Get out of here. Fucking vulture. Everybody need to report that book. Everybody report that fucking book. He's a vulture.
I got you.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, you ain't got him. Look at him.
Several celebrities, including Faith Evans, are repeatedly considering legal action due to the allegations in the alleged memoir. Were any of these individuals contacted for comment before publication?
There were people, their teams were contacted and they told us to kick rocks. I already made that comment on the record.
And
I'm not going to comment on people I contacted. That's private, confidential, investigative information. These people, a lot of these people were contacted.
A lot of the people were contacted, and you can't tell me none of the crews or the
confidential,
the camps.
privilege
Privilege info. Okay.
for their protection.
And yours.
Sure.
Can you explain how the alleged memoir portrays the nature of Kim Porter's relationship with Diddy? Was an open relationship mentioned in the book verified by any source close to them?
About their sex life?
An open
Open
relationship.
Means the
relationship,
sex life.
stupid.
Yes, we have sources, and multiple sources said they had an open relationship. Yes. She says it too. So I'm going by what she's saying. She's saying they do,
And
that they have threesomes with multiple celebrities. They're listed in the book. So yes. Am I going to go to Will Smith and Jada and ask them that? No, I'm not.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
Am I going to ask
Yes.
Jamie Foxx that?
could you pull that up for me? I want to show you something.
Sure.
The
Sure.
reason why I asked this question,
Sure.
and this is what it says.
Who's this from?
This is from Essence Magazine. This is actually
What year?
Kim speaking.
It doesn't matter.
It was I can't remember the year,
Okay.
but it was an article, the interview she did with Essence Magazine.
Okay.
It said it took a few years, a chance meeting at a party, and several lengthy phone calls before the couple started dating in 1994. Quickly, they became inseparable. We went out together, we ate together, we played together, says Porter. He would want me at the office, and I would want him at my photo shoots. Our bond was tight. Now, this in particular statement is followed by the actual picture from the party.
Yes.
So if you swipe left, you see that picture? And that picture right there is from December 31st of 1994, right? And so in having an open relationship, I go into now the Tupac situation, and where it's alleged that they had a conversation in regards to genital size, and Kim basically confessing that she had a sexual relationship with Tupac.
Yes.
And this date right here basically contradicts that, because this photo right here basically states that this is the first time that they really got together, as well as that
The
story.
flash drive says she meets in the summer of 94, not December 31st.
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
talking about,
Body.
if you read what I just read and
Yeah, I did.
understand what I said, the relationship, not when they met, but when the relationship began.
Of Diddy and Kim?
Yes.
Okay.
And Kim is actually saying this.
Okay.
This is her speaking in that
Sure.
article. She's saying that they met at that party. I just showed you.
Get 'em.
In I'm telling you, this says December 31st.
No, this says December
The
14th.
picture says December 31st.
Okay, I'm sorry. December 31st.
Okay,
So
the
December
flash drive, it says they meet in the summer way before this.
No, this is not when they're meeting. This is not the meeting.
This is them
This is when the relationship
Okay,
began.
gotcha. Okay.
This is the actual, what I just read to you.
Sure.
That's from Kim's mouth, and that is the actual picture
Okay.
from that party on December 31st. I'm sorry, I said the 14th, but this is the actual picture. And like I said, when I go into the Tupac thing and the story in the book in regards to that, I'm saying that
Yeah, baby.
Tupac had already been shot.
Developers, get powerful WordPress hosting that's built to scale
Bro.
with zero.
Hold on. Man, hold up. If this is not what you call a slow roast, he's slowly roasting the shit out this nigga. This nigga is a butt naked, non-seasoned turkey. He's well cooked, son. He's smoking his boots right now. I knew this was coming. Salute to this dude. Salute to whoever his name is. That's not Mike. That's not Art of Dialogue. That's probably one of his partners. Salute to how well you are doing, sir. Professional. Hats off. Get this nigga up out of here. In the words of Meth and Red, when he walked into that college room and that black professor said something slick, get him, nigga. Get him.
And that's
In November of 94.
in November of 94.
Correct.
And right. And so therefore, now we jump into December. There's no conversation being had if the relationship that Kim describes in that article had just started. There is no conversation about penis size. There's no conversation about anything in regards to anything going on between Kim Porter Tupac and
It
Diddy.
happened before that. It's not happening at this date. What you're showing me as this, I don't care what it says. I don't care what the article
So
says.
you don't care what, hold on. So
I
hold
don't
on.
care what
and
Essence
The
says
reason why
about
I
it.
asked, no, the reason why I asked that, because like I said, once again,
Sure.
I'm just trying to,
You're trying to date it, yeah.
And the facts, like I said,
Yeah,
because the
corroborate
book lacks a
actual
timeline.
events.
And so this is Kim Porter actually talking.
I don't even know what year that article
Yeah.
was written
Yeah.
that you just handed to me
Yeah.
out of the blue.
Yeah, it was early on in their relationship.
Okay,
And
so in the
then-
90s.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
it was
maybe
early-
she didn't want to say that she slept with Tupac in the summer when she already was with Sean Combs in the summer of 94, not at the end of
No.
94.
What I'm saying is the relationship that she said that
I
she
understand
described
what
that
we're
she was
You
in.
don't understand.
She basically said that it was at that party, that picture from that actual party, the identical what she's talking about in that article is the picture from that party, and it's dated December 31st,
Right,
19.
it's like New Year's Eve.
Right. So now, Tupac is shot less than, I would say less than
month ago.
30 days. Yeah, less than 30 days before that,
Yeah.
right? So if their relationship began, then they couldn't have been in an open.
I'm questioning the really saying when the relationship began.
No, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
the book, I'm talking about the book. The book says that they had an open relationship, right? The relationship had not began.
I'm saying that's false. So I don't care what the article says.
So you don't care what Kim says?
30 years ago? You're dating it as 1994.
No. I'm saying I'm talking about
30
this
years ago.
I'm talking about at this particular time. because
When
she
the
was in-
article was written, 30 years ago, right?
And I wouldn't say 30 years ago. I don't know the exact date, but you can go. It's an Essence article.
I believe, to be honest, I believe she met him in even before 94. I know.
Oh, they met before 94. That's
I know. In parts of the diary, there's segments of a diary. It's tries to. She's saying 94, like the summer. I think she dates it as like June 15th.
Right.
I think they met before that. I don't know if she's saying that date
No, it's
particularly.
different things,
That's
bro.
6 months before that date.
But
I know what you're saying.
Right.
I'm not going to address it again.
The reason why
I've already said it.
Right. The reason why I'm saying not what you think, right?
No. See, here's the thing. Yo, straight TV. I'm gonna get mad for you. Who the fuck you think you are, you piece of shit? Who the fuck you think you talking to? You see how he's talking to him? I don't want to talk about it because your ass is in the hot seat. Who the fuck is you? See, I'm white, and I say so. Right? What's the saying? White is right, brown stick around, yellow is mellow, and black stay the hell fucking back. Get your little vulture-looking Joe Pesci on crack face looking ass up out of here. Ernest, remember Ernest, the Ernest, that little the Ernest, that crazy face looking nigga that had the overalls, the little redneck nigga. Ernest, little baby cousin ass nigga. You see that? Who the fuck you think you talking to, son? See, I can't do that interview. I would have came through the camera. Fuck that nigga. Salute. Straight game TV salute, homie. But I told you, look at the cockiness. I'm right. I say so. I don't even want to hear about it. Even though he's giving you tangible, chronological evidence, he said, I don't care. I don't want to see it. I don't care. I don't believe that. This is what they do. This is what arrogance gets you. Let's continue, goddammit. Look at him.
But actually, what's in the book?
And just because she said it 30 years ago,
And-
20 years ago, I understand what you're saying. I've already made the comment. I don't believe it's totally possible that she sleeps with Tupac Shakur in 1994. It doesn't mean she slept with him right before the shooting. I know what you're trying to do. I've said my thing.
Okay. No, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just trying to actually
Yeah.
sort
I
out
just gave I already gave
facts.
the answer.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yo, you can't do it.
The alleged memoir makes controversial claims about Kim Porter's alleged sexual encounters
I would have to
with
slap
other
him.
high-profile
I'll
figures.
be in jail right now.
How did you substantiate these details?
Through sources that were very close to the real sources of the flash drive, told numerous stories over an 8-month period that this stuff was true. Like I stated before, did I go call these celebrities personally? No. Okay. I had some people try to reach out to them. We never really spoke directly to the people. I don't need to. I'm not the cops. I'm not saying they're doing anything illegal. Okay. I am a conduit, that they make a joke about me when I say that. I am doing this for Kim. Whatever she wrote.
Whoa.
Did I research every single little thing? Obviously, I did my investigation. I believed it was real, so
You
I
don't know
published
shit.
it. That's it. As for every little thing, and you're doing a great job. I
Yes, of
totally
course.
get what you're doing.
Yes.
And you can ask me anything you want.
Yes.
But
The reason why I'm asking,
I have to interject. He thought he was going to outsmart this dude, man. You can't. I see the play from down the road to the bank. While I'm here, I don't know why that song just came. Shout out to Milk. That shit, I don't know. It just came to me. Salute, Milk. But I can see that shit from down the road, son. He thought he was gonna outsmart this dude, and he just literally clarified everything. You are a piece of shit, son. Slap this dude, son. Dip him in some prime fucking paint. It just dump this nigga somewhere. Look, he look like one of them characters in Grease. Know what I mean? Little moose head with the little tight leather jackets, little varsity jackets. Get your little stupid ass up out of here. Mark McFly. Autistic. Oh, let me not say that. But get your punk ass up out of here.
asking this because these are serious.
what do you think Will Smith would say? Can I say something? What do you think Will Smith would say if I called him up on his cell phone? I pull his number through a PI, right? And I call him up. And I go, when Kim was pregnant, she says she's on the phone with you. And that Sean's on the phone with you, Will. And that he's talking about this.
Oh,
Do you think he's going to admit that that really happened? Right now, with everything that's going on with Sean Combs and all these celebrities are silent right now. Do you really think he's going to talk to me?
Goodbye.
Do you think he's going to admit to that?
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay,
'cause
I'm just giving you-
I'm
I'm
not. The reason why I'm saying this because, like I said, this is something that is alleged that Kim said.
Sure.
And so when you ask me that question in regards to Will Smith, I'm saying to you,
That's the example, though.
yeah,
You're
and
asking me-
I understand that, but like I said, when we talk about the encounters involving Kim Porter's alleged encounters with other high profile figures, I just gave you the example of Tupac in a situation involving that and how the timeline doesn't add up to what Kim said
In that particular-
in the Essence article, as well as the picture that was dated from that actual party when her and Sean Combs actually first started to date.
Sure.
And so the alleged on and off relationship. So when I ask about the Kim Porter alleged sexual encounters, I'm asking you, how did you substantiate these? So there's no video?
Synthesia is the fastest growing AI
Fuck
tool
it,
for
baby.
training
Fuck
videos
it.
because people who use it say things like this.
A sex tape of Will Smith.
Of if anything involving Kim Porter?
A video of her having sex.
No,
with
of any like. Let me repeat the question for you.
we taught.
The alleged memoir makes controversial claims about Kim Porter's alleged sexual encounters with other high profile figures. How did you substantiate these details?
There's no videos of her. There's videos of Sean Combs with people.
Okay.
Not Kim with people.
Okay.
So the answer is no. There's no photos of anything like that. Even the photos that were first given to me with the book, there are no photos of celebrities in their underwear. There's none of that.
She's trying to be
Okay.
funny. Trying to be funny for what?
There's another part of the flash drive. It's hard to say this. I don't have all of that right now. There's multiple, we'll just say that. So I've not been allowed to see every single thing, okay? And then as for I'm not gonna call up famous people and ask them if they had sex with Kim and Diddy. I'm not gonna do it.
Well, but that's what the book alleges.
Correct.
And the reason why I'm asking that, because like I said, this is the art of dialogue.
Yes.
And we want to sit down and have a real true dialogue. This is not about, the promotion of the book or the lack thereof. And I think more people are informed about what it actually is and isn't.
Sure.
And so basically the answer is you don't have any
I have what Kim said.
right. You have
So if you came to me, let me answer.
Okay.
If you came to me and you wanted to tell me your life story,
Somebody's
I'm going to believe you. I'm going to investigate it behind you a little bit. But if I believe what you're saying is true, I'm not going to call you a liar and I'm going to publish it.
Right. But once again, we have not seen the hard drive.
Correct.
We have not seen that if it actually comes from Kim. We don't know that.
Sure.
As the public, the people who are watching this,
Correct.
they don't know that. And so the reason why the question is being asked
Sure.
basically is, so it's alleged that that was it, but you don't have any proof, concrete video or otherwise.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. There are allegations of Diddy's involvement in alleged sexual activity with celebrities, including Jay-Z, Will Smith.
Well, I will say this. Sorry to interrupt. Can I say something?
Yes.
I'll ask
Okay.
questions.
If there's any litigation,
Yeah.
I will prove that it's her flash drive. Yes.
Okay, so you can.
I will prove, like what you just said, that there's no proof of that. I will prove it, but not yet because I haven't released the flash drive.
Okay,
When that time comes, I will prove it's her flash drive, and she said that. Okay.
Well,
Whether the people.
well, let me say this real quick, and I'm gonna try not to interject here. Only thing you can do is get a flash drive, a blank one, stick it in your motherfucking computer, right? A blank flash drive. Open up Microsoft Word or Power. I forgot what you call this shit. Power something. You get it, goddamn it. It's been a minute. Power something. That shit. And create and make a story. Put it in a flash drive. Probably put scratches on it. Mark it up. Scrape it to make it look old. Make it look dated. And say, here it is. It's not that fucking hard. It ain't that hard to PowerPoint. Thank you, baby. Thank you, homie. Or girl, whoever. But thank you, Rizzy. That's it. And it's not that hard to make your own goddamn flash drive. Get out of here. He really think he's the outsmarter person. He thinks he's outsmarting. I'm telling y'all, I'm sorry. It's not a race thing. I'm not coming from a race thing. But I see a white supremacist when I see one. I see a cocky white man when I see one. I see a white man who thinks he is smarter than a nigger. Most of them think that way. Most of them operate like that. Trust me, because I make sure when I speak to some of them, I still keep my blackness, but I use words that they do not. It's unfamiliar when they speak to the typical Negro. When it's time, I let it slip out because I'm good like that. But he thought his neurons was fine and quicker than his. Man, he's doing a marvelous job, man. That's all I can say, man. I love it.
You see, when people talk about proof and evidence, that's why we can get into that maybe after. But my point is, if you go to a court or the police or an investigation and Jada and Will say, we never slept with Kim, how do we know they're telling the truth? So just because they say no doesn't mean it's not true. That's my
And just because someone tells you yes doesn't mean it's
Correct.
true either.
Absolutely.
So that works both ways.
Correct.
It doesn't work favorably to what we want to believe because the argument is something that we want to believe because this is what the narrative that we want to
Good
push.
point. Good point.
And so
He say, she say.
yeah, absolutely.
you are
and in
he
court
say.
it's called hearsay. You know, so when you that's a very slippery slope
Sure.
when you're dealing with stuff like
Sure.
that. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah,
that you
I
will
appreciate it.
you will be able to prove if pressed that
That's hers.
that this alleged hard drive that belongs to Kim. Will you also reveal your sources?
No.
Okay.
Of course not.
Under the California Shield Law, I will not.
You are the source.
There are allegations of Diddy's involvement in alleged sexual activities with celebrities including Jay-Z, Will Smith, and others. What evidence or testimony supports these explosive claims?
Again, I'm only going to go off of what Kim says. And that's all I can go off of for that.
See?
If you were to ask me to research and investigate that these guys were bisexual, there's a lot of evidence out there.
It's getting
Not just from Kim. And you're going to see it come out. Yeah.
So what I want to be clear about
Sure.
is the question. Once again, there are allegations of Diddy's involvement in alleged sexual activity in the book with celebrities including Jay-Z, Will Smith, and others. What evidence or testimony supports these explosive claims? So basically, you're telling me that you per se don't have any tapes, videos of anything involving Jay-Z.
There's tapes of them, yeah.
No, you have tapes.
you.
You are in
Look, look,
possession
look.
of.
Well, I'm not going to comment about what the word possession means,
He's
but there are
going up
tapes
the
of them. Yeah.
top.
No, I'm saying
Real.
you've seen those tapes
No comment.
Of course, he just said,
because that's a
You're talking about a criminal investigation.
no, and I understand
No, look back.
video. What
Check it out.
evidence or testimony supports these explosive claims? So
Hold on,
here's
hold on,
the
hold on.
question.
He already answered it.
Once again, there are allegations of Diddy's involvement in alleged sexual activity in the book with celebrities, including Jay-Z, Will Smith, and others. What evidence or testimony supports these explosive claims?
Yep.
So basically, you're telling me that you per se don't have any tapes, videos of anything involving Jay-Z.
There's tapes of them, yeah.
No,
There's tapes. Listen to him.
you have tapes.
Mm-hmm.
You are in possession.
He's right there. He said, "Do you have tapes?" He nonchalantly, reluctantly, and he says yes. But check him out within 5 fucking seconds later.
Of
Well, I'm not going to comment about what the word possession means, but there are tapes of them, yeah.
no, I'm saying you've seen those tapes
No comment.
because that's a
You're talking about a criminal investigation.
no, and I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying what evidence or testimony supports the explosive claims?
Kim saying it, so we start with her.
Okay.
So if Kim says when she calls them the two Seans, and I really wasn't big on that whole thing anyway. It's very brief when it's talked about that. Talking about Jamie also, I know what you're talking about when she mentions that. The first source is Kim herself. Through research, through investigators, PIs, all the people with me, yes, we believe that it is true. Okay, if you're asking for like a tape and this, no, there's no tape of Diddy with them that I'm going to comment on. Okay,
So there's no tape that you know that exists.
I'm not commenting on that.
Okay.
With those people that the name.
No, I'm not. The reason, no, and like I said, once again, not that you have to comment on anything particular involving that, but like I said, just the evidence, so you're saying basically you're going off of what Kim said. And
Most of the time, yes.
right, what Kim allegedly said. Let me be clear about that. And so, like I said, and so when
if she's making it up, or if she's doing Roman au clef, that's on her. That's not me.
But what about the essence thing that she already spoke about, as far as when they first got into a relationship? You didn't believe her words then. He's a piece of shit.
I didn't write the book.
The reason why I asked that is I don't think that she would be doing Romano Clef, making up anything. I don't think she had to do that. I don't think that she lived in. I don't think she lived in a world where she had to make up things.
Sure.
She lived in a real world. She lived a wonderful life. She had beautiful kids, and everybody's life is full of ups and downs. And so that's the reason why I'm trying to get clarity as to what it is. From what you understand it to be, we understand that the alleged accusations or the alleged things that Kim has said in the book, but I'm looking for any kind of concrete proof because like we just said, in the streets, we call it, that's he say, she say, and in the courtroom, they call that hearsay.
Sure.
And so most of the time...
hearsay, if Kim says it, it's not hearsay. If somebody says Kim said it, that's hearsay.
Right.
So there's a difference between
but like I said,
witness and hearsay. They're two different things.
Right. But what I'm saying is, as far as you bringing out the book and us not having seen what Kim has actually said and what's just in this book.
It would be a form of hearsay, correct?
It's hearsay.
Because I'm saying what Kim said.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Absolutely. So it's hearsay. So we can't really go on that per se.
But let me say this. Are you going to be surprised? So are you reading every day about every victim that comes forward and all the crazy stories about these freak-offs? And to me, it's like, it's all possible now. We're hearing the craziest things. That's all I'm getting at.
Yeah. No, I understand that, but
so it sounds crazy at first if you read the book, right? And someone goes, "Oh my God, these celebrities got with Diddy and Kim." You'd be like, "Wow, that's really salacious." Today, if you said that, they'd be like, "Yep, sounds right."
Well, once again, like I said, I just go back to once again when you say
he's doing it because because of what's already, he's feeding off of the stories that's coming out now. So he picked this right time to corroborate whatever that he wanted to do to try to get Kim Porter's book out. He wanted to get a little bit more information because your PIs and all this investigators and all that shit, they ain't do shit because the stuff that he was asking you didn't know nothing of. So what investigation that you did, you was only just going off what's already public knowledge. And you trying to put a spin on it, bro. We see you coming from a mile away, homie. I see you from a mile away. You just basing it off of what's already coming out on YouTube through Gene Dill, through Albie Shaw, through people that was in the industry and people that's putting things together and that's circulating on TikTok, YouTube, and goddamn Instagram. And you doing your analysis on public knowledge and corroborating it, put a little fantasy, sprinkle a little bullshit, and tell it to chat GBT, and they put it in a book form, and you stamp your name on it, and you put it on goddamn on Amazon. You dusty fucking fake ass paisan. Shout out to all my real Italians from Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. They should put him in the trunk somewhere. Goddamn.
Say that. I go back to the Tupac situation and the open relationship accusation in the book, and then I give you what Kim said in the Essence article. And we're gonna go there again, but I'm gonna show you something. But in the Essence article, and where the timeline of what that is doesn't add up to the
Because we don't know what Kim is fully wanting to reveal then.
No, what I mean by that, this is Kim speaking in an actual interview, not what I'm saying she's saying.
Many years ago.
Listen, hear me out.
But why?
This is what she's saying in an interview.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I'm saying that as far as the timeline, because the book lacks any timeline. You yourself admitted that you had trouble understanding what award dates and so on and so forth from the alleged hard drive. So what I'm saying is I'm giving you actual
timelines
of a conversation that Kim Porter herself had.
In that context, you're correct.
And in her relationship.
Doesn't mean she didn't sleep with Tupac.
No. I'm not. No. I'm telling you the timeline in which it is suggested in the book, it couldn't have happened.
No, I'm not commenting on it again.
Of course you can't.
No, I just wanted.
You're never wrong.
I know, but you're making statements. You're trying to. I know what you're trying to do. I'm not commenting on it.
I would have been like, yo, thank you. What's the name? TV. See, I probably lost my cool a long time ago. But that right there, and the hand gesture does it. Like, who you think you're talking to, family? Like, get the fuck up out of here. I'm glad he got so much patience, and I really need to learn from people because I don't have that, man. But this dude right here, he think he know. Everybody who brought this book, get your money back now. Get it back.
I deal with this. I do these cases every day. I work with all these people. You're a good journalist.
Right. Yes,
I'm just saying it doesn't prove. You're trying to say something, prove something. It does not prove that. Based on what you're trying.
So if he's trying to act like he has an agenda, he's going off of basic logic. It's logical. That's why common sense is not common anymore, because of scattered brains like that. He's going to a timeline which he said to himself that he lacked in the book. So he's going back to the actual time when she literally did an Essence interview and told, you know how many years ago she did that interview, and she's locked into that time period. She's not even in 2000. She's not in 2000 in 2024. God bless her soul. Her mind is set on the reality of that time. When her and Puffy finally went out, when they went out, and the December 31st, whatever part of that was, whatever that situation was, where they got into a relationship. So her mind is trapped in that chronological time zone where she reminisced on that time. So why in 2024, this piece of crap here, there, god damn it, that right there, that piece of crap won't take her own words for it when she was in that time period. In her own words, like this dude, he's it's crazy. Get him the fuck out of here. Am I talking too much? I'm sorry, but I'm gonna keep talking. Fuck that.
Trying to do.
I'm just giving the time. I'm not saying anything.
I know you're using her words against her, which is correct.
Against her
What I'm
now?
saying is we don't know exactly what she's trying to say or what she's hiding when she gives that interview.
And like I'll say this, like you're alleging, like she's speaking through the hard drives that you have, the alleged hard drives, and in the book, right? I'm saying Kim Porter is present here now. I'm saying
Right.
in this article and in that picture that I showed you, she's present here while we're talking. And I'm just referring to what she said in regards to the relationship that when it started.
Well, even Tupac getting shot, he doesn't die, he's alive.
No, but
so now how do you know they didn't sleep right after this too? He's not, hold on, he's not in jail yet. He's not in jail. His trial's going on. He's not in jail. How do you know she didn't sleep with him right after?
Now I'm gonna break that down because I know the fucking story, you piece of shit. After he was in the hospital, he left. He had the Nation of Islam come get him out, and evidently he ain't doing no research because he didn't look at the documentary when his aunt, his mother's sister, talked about how they went to Jasmine Guy's house, and then he actually wanted to commit suicide. Then he was somewhere in Brooklyn or whatever. I think Jasmine Guy was living in Brooklyn. He was living there. He had all his family come to Jasmine Guy's house. His aunt, his mother, his pops came there at one point. The Outlaws was there. All this story is public knowledge. This is how you know he's trying to grab things in the air. He's trying to have some kind of cushion or a crutch to hang on, but he can't. These people think they can outsmart a Negro. I swear to God, I don't want to make it race, but his attitude shows what the average man that's not blessed with melanin thinks when they communicate a dialogue with a Negro. I'm telling you. So that is public knowledge. He didn't have any time to fuck her. How and why would he after he just got shot thinking Puffy and them niggas had something to do with it when Puffy and Jimmy Henchman had something to do with it? He's not logically thinking. When you in a hot seat, you're nervous. You're not thinking clearly. He's not thinking clear. Anyway, y'all understand what it is. Tubi movie.
Do that.
No, and let me give you this.
Look at his
I
logic.
interviewed Tupac.
He's not in jail yet.
That when it started.
Well, even Tupac getting shot, he doesn't die, he's alive.
No, but
so now how do you know they didn't sleep right after this too? He's not, hold on, he's not in jail yet. He's not in jail. His trial's going on. He's not in jail. How do you know she didn't sleep with him right after that?
No, and let me give you this. I interviewed Tupac's father.
Get him.
Billy Garland.
Yep.
Get him.
At that particular time, Tupac is at Jasmine Guy's house.
He's
recovering.
After the shooting.
Yes.
Okay.
He's recovering.
Stupid.
In no condition from
I'm not saying right after.
No, listen.
But that's what
in
you
no
said.
Condition from what I understand to do anything of that nature.
Sure.
But more importantly than anything, Tupac is accusing Sean Combs
exactly
and Notorious B.I.G. of setting him up. So Tupac ain't in the mood to talk about nothing about no woman in regards to know nothing about anything in regards to anything like that.
Sure.
That is a known fact. That's the reason why I give this.
Yeah, it'd make more sense if before the shooting, that's when Kim slept.
Right. And that's what.
Sure.
So you understand what I'm saying now? Okay. Yeah. That's the reason why I brought it up. Yeah. Not to try to anything, but just the actual facts of that. Tupac, and then he does the Vibe article, and then that's when they drop the song "Who Shot You." When Tupac goes to jail,
yes,
right directly after that, and then now, so we know that there is no conversation because now Tupac's feeling fully betrayed.
But we're talking about Kim. I'm not saying
what I'm saying. You acted. Your question was, well, how do you know that they didn't do it afterwards? And
I'm not saying Sean Combs has to be there when Kim gets with Tupac.
No. What I'm saying to you is there is no way that in the book how it describes it, right, that they're in an open relationship because the time period of the relationship it suggests that they're in a relationship and they have an open relationship.
You don't.
So we agree on that, right?
Shit.
We agree that the timeline that you're saying on December 31st, I'm disagreeing that that's when they were together.
You're disagreeing with the picture shows.
And I'm disagreeing when Kim said that. I believe she was in a relationship before that. I don't care what she said in the Essence article.
Okay.
That's what investigators do. We don't go by everything they say.
No. And so this is why I'm asking that. Yeah. So if you don't care about that, how can you care so much about
no comment, moving on.
Okay.
You're not doing that.
Okay.
Yo!
All right. I'm just, like I said, I just want to know.
I understand. I have the right to say move on.
Okay. Thank you.
He's nervous.
What led you to include allegations of Diddy advances towards Tupac in the alleged memoir?
You talking about the situation where Kim's saying that they're together with Diddy and Pac,
Right.
and that Diddy tries to say like, oh, I bet I can do this to her and you can't do this to her. That part?
Right.
Okay, I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to assume it happened.
You're gonna
Through Kim.
You're gonna assume it happened.
Yeah. How would I research?
Well, let
that?
me.
How would I research that?
Well, let me ask the full question. Let me finish. Let me ask the full. So, what led you to include the allegations of Diddy's advances towards Tupac in the alleged memoir? Were there any witnesses or documents to verify this? The alleged memoir suggests that Kim Porter slept with Tupac. Can you explain how this was verified, especially considering the timeline between Tupac's shooting in November of 1994 and Kim and Diddy starting to date in and around December 1994?
If Kim says what Kim said happened, then that's what we published. What Kim said happened.
So you believe?
Do you think I have like some crazy access? Like I can just like go back in a time machine and watch this stuff happen? I can't. I can't ask them. You thought I was going to call Sean Combs up and ask him if that happened and get killed? Like what? So
it's a piece of shit. So I said it again. I'm not going to say it again. You believe her, what she put there, but you don't believe when she had that interview, when she explained when she first got into a relationship with Sean Puffy Combs. And he going to be real funny, try to play semantics and try to say that he's using, the interviewer is using Kim words against her. You see? Come on, son.
you gotta kind of, you're asking great questions. You just gotta kind of put yourself a little bit in the investigator's shoes of the situation of what it's like to do this, especially as a white person. So just, I respect what you're doing. I'm just saying.
And I do put myself not in your shoes.
Wait, what did he say? I don't know. I'm sorry. All I heard was white person. Say that again.
Ask them. You thought I was going to call Sean Combs up and ask him if that happened and get killed? Like what? So you gotta kind of, you're asking great questions. You just got to kind of put yourself a little bit in the investigator's shoes of the situation of what it's like to do this, especially as a white person. So just, I respect what you're doing. I'm just saying.
And I do put myself not in your shoes, but I put myself in the shoes of someone who's well researched. And so when I
talk your shit,
read the book,
son.
I look at it.
Yeah, you know a lot about this.
And I contrast that, when I was there and I seen Faith and so and all of the things that I know and understand being a part of the hip hop culture, right? And standing firm.
Sure.
Talk your shit.
There's a claim that Kim Porter kept copies of Diddy's alleged sex tapes as leverage. What evidence do you have to support this narrative?
The tapes.
So you actually have tapes?
I'm not going to do fully comment. Let's just say there's tapes that exist. Yeah.
Well, let's ponder around that.
There's
the investigators in the case that is now filed.
Yes.
Right. Say that they are in possession of tapes. They can actually confirm that there are tapes, as well as baby oil, as well as all of the other things that they found.
Yeah.
And so with that, we do know from that perspective that the DA involved in the case that Diddy is now facing.
The federal government.
Yes, the DA and the federal government have tapes.
Attorney General.
And so my question is, there's a claim that Porter kept copies of, and this is in your book, that she kept copies of Diddy's alleged tapes as leverage, right? And in making that, it would be assumed that you would, or the possession of those tapes, you've seen them, you have them, you know about them. And like I said, what evidence do you have to support the narrative?
Yes, there are tapes that exist.
Okay.
Who gave it?
Did you reach out to Kimora Elise Simmons regarding the alleged confrontation between Kim and Diddy over the tapes? No. And how did she respond?
No, I did not.
Of course, you ain't do your investigation.
You didn't bother to reach out?
There are a lot of celebs I didn't.
But you a fucking investigator, you piece of shit. Everybody know your fucking story. You a leech. Nobody ain't gonna fucking take your calls. They see what you've been doing. We gonna look at some of his stuff too.
reach out to. Some I did, like I said, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
whatever.
comment who I did. And I also had somebody else reach out to some of these people in the groups, meaning people close to them. So we did have people reach out to people close to Russell and Kimura, but I never spoke to them directly, no.
What can you tell us about the alleged forensics on the hard drive that reportedly contained these tapes? Was there any investigation to prove its authenticity?
Meaning like, if you were the audience member and you watched a tape, the authenticity of like, you mean the metadata of like whose phone that came from?
You would know all of this information. Like I said, I would.
Wait a minute. A person who dies and police come to the scene and there's missing laptops, there's a missing cell phone, there's things taken out of her apartment once she is dead, and you claim to have a flash drive that came from her house, a murder scene, or a death scene, if you want, if you will, but we know it was a murder or somebody who have died. That's a federal offense to contaminate evidence, because that phone or whatever could reveal basically the secrets. So the feds should be knocking on your door soon. So whatever he has, this is literally after her death. So that's incriminated evidence right there. Am I bugging or what? So you are holding critical information of I just want to say of a person who died, because it's considered a natural death. But I want to say a murder scene. You understand? So you got evidence from that, knowing she had possessions there, and it's known that a lot of her stuff were missing, but you just happen to have a flash drive that could have contaminating, damaging evidence that the police and the feds should already have. How did you get it? What inside person gave it to you? Did you have anything to do with it? The feds, since he's doing all this, since he want to be known and famous again, he want to jump on every hot topic, feds raid his motherfucking house. Lock his ass up for tampering with evidence. Boom.
If you saw it with your own eyes, what I'm getting at is if you see with your own eyes, you know it's real. The question would be, is that being filmed and transferred from somewhere else? I don't know that. So I'm not going to comment about like the metadata, whose phone actually filmed this celebrity with Diddy. I'm not going to comment on that.
Okay. Well, what about the alleged writings of Kim?
Same thing.
The metadata involving that.
When we're ready to do that, yeah.
Okay.
Being able to have something to always protect myself with this Byrna allows me to have that peace of mind no matter where we're really at.
It provides you.
The alleged memoir makes claims about Diddy's involvement in the 1994 shooting of Tupac. How did you verify such a serious allegation?
Are we talking about the Jimmy Henchman Diddy conversation? Shooting at Tupac at Quad Studios?
Yes.
Okay, not Tupac in Vegas.
Yes.
Okay. Kim tells that story, that she overhears Jimmy Henchman and Sean Combs saying he doesn't leave that studio alive. There is other evidence that they set him up too. I'm not going to go into all of it, but we know that. We both know that.
Well, we understand that there's a lot of public information, and which you are correct in regards to that. But referring specifically to what's in the book in regards to Jimmy Henchman.
They're having breakfast.
Yeah,
and
she's over here.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Kim.
Right. And all of those things, like I said.
Sure.
And so my thing is, how did you verify such allegations in regards to that?
I just believe what Kim said.
You believe what Kim says. Okay.
And I also know through a lot of the stories of these murders that most likely that is true.
Right.
I never believed they yelled to him out of a window, "Come on up. Oh my God, look who's here."
Right.
No. There's a lot of evidence they set him up.
Okay, and like I said, I won't.
You probably know a lot. I mean, I could turn to you and ask you.
Like me personally,
You think he just
I know
randomly showed up?
No. Let's see. This is the thing that I do, Chris.
Sure.
And I want you to understand this. There's a lot of things that Tupac said himself in regards to what he understood, what he knew, and what he believed. Right. And so I don't really get into the speculative aspect of what I believe and he was set up and so on and so forth. Tupac knew where he was going. He knew who he was going to see. And when he got there, he knew what he witnessed.
Right.
I'm going to leave that up to Tupac and what he said. And he spoke on it on various different times as well as in albums, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So for me, that's the way I leave that.
I got you.
Yeah, I leave that. But that, once again, when I say that, that can be verified through audio, video, and so on and so forth. So I don't have to do that. And that's the reason why I'm asking you these questions, because the public and the people want to know, you know, hey, you know.
Yeah, it's not taped conversation, that Kim didn't tape them saying that.
Right. And this is, like you said, this is coming from what you understand the alleged.
That is not on the flash drive.
You said that? You said what?
That's not on the flash drive. There's no recording of them saying that on a flash drive.
Okay. So it's alleged that Kim is saying this from that perspective. Okay.
Correct.
Thank you, family. And Hotep, Sakina.
Some close to Kim Porter point to a December 14th photo of her. And this is how I got to that. I want you to understand. That. Okay. Some close to Kim Porter point to a December 14th photo of her and Diddy at a Christmas party as evidence that the timeline in the alleged memoir is false. How do you reconcile this with your claims?
What party are we talking about, and what is it?
The picture that I just showed you.
Yes, we already addressed that.
Right, we already addressed that. So that's why, because a lot of people who
they're finding that.
Yeah, absolutely. They're seeing what that is.
A picture of Kim and Diddy in December.
Right, and then the article that it came out of, and her saying that and stating other.
The diary says they start dating in June of '94. So we'll have to see what
they said. The diary.
The flash drive says it's June of '94.
June of '94. So it has dates now. It has a date in particular.
One section, not in the book. I didn't put it in.
You didn't put it in the book, but okay.
Because I didn't mess with the book. I didn't touch the book. That's what I'm saying. It just was published.
No, and like I said, that's what I'm saying. So because
I could have.
Right, because
put it in.
Because like I said, when I did my research and understanding and doing that research, I came across that and understand, okay, this is what this is. And
I understand you're you're correct. If you were a lawyer and you say, hey, Kim said they dated, absolutely. It makes sense.
Right. It's a
kind of
established concrete fact. It's not me saying anything.
It's a fact of her saying that. It's not a fact that means that's when they started dating.
No. Like I said, once again, if we're going that route, we have to go both ways with it.
Correct.
We can't just go one way.
Exactly.
And so if Kim says that she started dating him at this particular time, it took a few months, a few long phone calls, and until this party, Christmas party, December 14th, and the fact that there's actually a photo of it, which I was,
like I said, they could have slept together way before December.
No, right. Like I said, but I'm saying,
based on that statement,
this is her saying.
Correct.
I don't think that at that time she has no motivation to tell any.
That's your interpretation.
No, I'm saying, but
everything has to go your way, you piece of shit. I don't like this dude. I really despise. He's a piece of shit, yo. And excuse my language. This is a prime example of a narcissist. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how rational, how logical, how correct and on point you are, because you are breaking down my bullshit, my irrational way of trying to present a situation, and you are literally analyzing what I'm saying. And then you are contesting with some valid questions and chronological evidence to contest what I'm saying. And me being the narcissist, i.e. this piece of shit, I am telling you, no, it doesn't matter what she says at that point. What I say goes, basically. This is what he's saying. Narcissists are a one-sided person. It doesn't matter how right you are, my way or the highway. John DeMeo was a guy in the mob that they were scared of. he will chop your body up and put you somewhere where you will never be found. We need another one. Somebody needed John DeMeo, this guy. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm taking it there. He's a greaseball.
But she has no motivation.
That's not true.
She has a motivation to tell another
I'm
story?
not commenting on it again.
Okay.
You're talking for her. You're saying like what she's saying.
No, I'm talking about what she said in
I
in
understand,
the
but
actual
you're talking for her, saying she wouldn't have any motivation to hide that she
No, I'm
slept with
asking
your
you
mom.
what would
Yeah.
be her motivation, not that she didn't have any.
Well, that's for another
Yeah,
time. I
trying to
guess.
be
Okay.
slick. You trying to be slick.
The book alleges
No, I'm sorry. And why you keep fixing your sneakers, you bitch ass nigga? There's nothing there. Is it lint under there? You itching? Or you're nervous? You're nervous.
that Diddy kept a vault of tapes documenting his alleged sexual encounters. Was there any hard evidence that such a vault existed?
The sources say there was a vault that existed, yes, and some of the tapes were flown out of the country on a private jet. That's from the sources directly, so I have to believe them.
And this
Not have to, but
right.
I have no way. How am I going to?
You see how that you run it
Yeah.
that you have.
Do you
to
expect me to go in his safe at his
Well,
house?
no.
And get shot?
No. What I'm asking you is, like I said once again, because you're the guy who's spearheading this thing that allegedly comes from Kim. So
Right, and we supposed
me
to
asking the
believe you.
questions, I'm like a can of spray paint.
Yeah.
I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know which
Yeah,
wall to go, until I'm.
Right,
So that's the reason why I,
got you.
ask these
I got
questions
you, yeah.
because I actually don't know. So and so, like I said, if
I never saw the safe. No, I never was in his house. Correct.
Are you ready?
Other people told me they existed that are very close to him. Yes.
Okay. So once again, and I want to be clear so the people that are watching the art of dialogue, they understand that, hey, you know what? To be fair, this is what you're saying, understandably, that Kim said, and then now you're saying that other people told you that a vault existed
Correct.
and that tapes existed.
Correct.
Okay. And that most of the time we say, well,
And we've
like
seen
that.
them, so we know they exist. So that's why we know they're real.
I mean, in the vault, I'm
Not in the vault, but on the tape. Correct.
The vault,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know how many.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sure,
And
yeah.
that he had hard evidence that a vault existed.
Sure.
You know what I
He
mean?
talks about taking them out of the vault, copying them as this is her way of protecting herself of having this against him. This is like leverage. It's almost like blackmail, right? If I take tapes from somebody, look, I got copies of this. Sean, look. And that's why they do, that's that whole thing where she kicks him down the stairs.
You know what? That brings up something interesting because the guy Roger Bond talked about one time that Diddy had a videographer person, an assistant.
Sure.
And it has one of those little camera bags.
Yeah.
And he talked about a VHS tape of that. Do you think, just from what he said, and he was there, he talked about the bag came missing, Diddy was hysterical about what was on the tape and so on and so forth. Do you think that Kim had the apparatus to be able to take a VHS tape, from what we understand?
If it's VHS,
If it's VHS, to take that and record that to another device?
Absolutely.
You think she was that savvy?
Absolutely. Why is that savvy?
No, I'm just saying
I
because
know, but people keep saying that. Like everyone knows how to use a computer. Everybody knows how to use a phone.
everybody doesn't. But let's be Chris. Let's be clear.
Not
Chris.
everybody.
Chris,
I'm
and
not
see,
gonna-
that's what I'm saying. So when we talk about, and a lot of people make statements like
We're
that.
talking about city slickers. I'm not talking about backwoods West Virginia.
No.
I'm talking about-
But once again, but Kim is actually a country girl.
Exactly.
What?
She's a country girl. She's from Georgia.
Oh yeah, I understand.
Yeah, she's from rural Georgia.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
so once again, and that was one of the things that Diddy said that he liked.
Growing up.
Yeah,
in
but like I
Georgia.
said, yeah, she, you know what I mean?
As a child.
Right.
Yeah.
No, as a teenager.
I give her a lot more credit. I'm impressed with what she did. So I'm gonna stick up for it. But I get it. Because obviously when they said that. But copying a tape to a tape is extremely simple. And she could have somebody else do it.
Shut up.
True.
Right.
But
And she has a lot of money.
let's be clear. I'm not trying to stick up for Kim Porter, and Kim Porter doesn't need you to stick up for her.
Okay.
For what you said that she allegedly left behind.
Right.
You're saying that this is, and that's why we're getting to the bottom of what this is. I don't need to speak up for Tupac. Tupac spoke up for himself.
Sure.
You know, I think a lot of people get that twisted. Like I said, I'm only stating dates and times. And so in asking in the research that
You'd make a good lawyer.
yeah, and in research that I've done, you know, basically, I wish I was, man. You know, but in the research that I've done based on reading the book, and I, like I said, because I want to understand it myself.
I understand.
You know, and I want the viewers who are watching this also to understand.
And I want to understand too.
Right.
So if you have something you can help us, absolutely. That's why I say that in the Rolling Stone article. The reason we put it out is for other people to come forward. And if we have to take a little bit of slack, there's a bigger picture here.
But
so if those people come forward and they want to say, hey, that never happened. Okay, good to know. Tell me. I want to know. I wasn't there, you know?
But if it didn't happen, there's nothing to tell you.
If it didn't happen,
there's nothing.
You mean someone has to deny it?
No. You're saying
in the book.
You're right. You're saying in the Rolling Stone article. Yeah. You're basically saying, come forward.
Yes.
If there's something that you can help me with, or you know, but if there's nothing, if it's a nothing burger, then there's nothing to come.
I mean, you're only going on what's in the book, right? I'm saying you deny what's in the book. Oh, that never happened. They show you the page. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's that's when you go kind of back to the Albie Shore situation, right?
Yeah, confirm or deny.
Right, yes. Confirm or deny. Like I said, but most people that are alleged to have done something in the book, number one, there are no tapes with Jay-Z. There's no tapes with Will Smith. There's no tapes. There's no concrete.
Well, that's not true. What you just said is not true. That there's tapes of them. Yeah.
Doing what?
I'm not going to comment. There's tapes.
Okay, well,
of these people. Hold on. You're saying like there's
no. Listen to me. As of right now, you're saying and alleging that there's something. We haven't seen it.
Correct.
The viewer hasn't seen it.
Correct.
Therefore, it's not true.
That's not.
No. I'm not. Listen to me. I'm not talking about.
You mean does it not exist? It exists. You haven't seen it.
Listen to me.
Please try your.
You can tell me right now.
Or report a problem.
You have a Bentley outside.
Right.
You could say you got a Bentley. You got a brand new Bentley outside, right? I could believe you, but I don't believe you until I see it.
But does that mean it's not true because you haven't seen it?
Yeah.
Well,
according to how I receive information, you know, to me,
you think it's BS.
No, I don't think it's BS. I think it's your word, and your word is your word. But me, I have to see it.
Sure.
Especially if it's being made about someone
But you
else.
can't make a statement and say I don't have the Bentley if you don't go out and look at it, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and like I said, so when there's a statement made about somebody else, I can say, hey, you know, such and such and such, you know, last night he went to Vegas and he won $300,000 at the crap table, right? Mm-hmm. You know.
Hey, listen, man.
You know what you know about that?
Look, listen. I might come back and do the other half of it. If anybody want to call in right now, please call in that number that's right there, that's scrolling at the bottom. I would like to hear y'all thoughts, man. What's really good, man. So at the end of the day, I actually think I found the article that he was talking about. So what I'm gonna do, I need y'all to hit those likes, the likes, man. I need y'all to share. If y'all want me to come back, man, y'all gotta participate, man. Y'all gotta hit the like button if y'all haven't hit the like button yet. Y'all been here the whole time. I appreciate everybody. Hit the likes, get the likes up. Please share too. You dig? So that's what I'm asking. You know what I mean? If y'all want me to come back, let me know. I might do the other half. You know what I'm saying? And I rarely even use this guy's his whole video like that, but this one right here, man, it has to be a reaction video to this guy because he is a culture vulture, man. He's really trying to eat off people's pain, and I just don't even want to just say just black people because he got a history. I'm gonna go into that as well too. If anybody want to call in, thank you, Lady Ray. At least you shared. You know what I'm saying? If anybody want to call in real quick, just give me your thoughts. The number is right there, 515. What is it? 605-9717. If anybody, y'all want me to call back, but you gotta share, bro. You gotta share. Y'all gotta hit that like button. You know, we need some reciprocation here, man. I appreciate y'all being here, and I ain't trying to mess up the mood, and I could care less. But I'm just saying, you know, let's reciprocate that energy. Let's reciprocate that love. You know what I'm saying? That's all. All right, I ain't asking y'all to donate. Y'all ain't gonna do that. I think two did earlier, but let me just say because this is rare. This is rare. So let me give y'all a quick shout out because this is very rare. A donation come through. So thank you, Tyrone, and a Queen Kente cloth. So, but if y'all have any thoughts on this, I don't even know if that's is it on? Yeah, it's on. But anyway, but I think this is the article. Let me share this real quick. I'm gonna leave that right there. So I might just come back, man. I'm gonna see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna come back. I think I'm gonna come back. I think this is the article that he's talking about. This article is from 2007. I was trying to read it in the background, but this is from Kim Porter's Essence in 2007. We failed to read between the lines. Yeah, whatever Cassie is saying, he definitely did that shit or whatever. I don't know, but I was actually really trying to read, like, try to find the. I could always come back to this. So I'm trying to find the article of when they actually dated. This is Kim. This is interview with along with her boyfriend Sean Diddy comes about their on and off again relationship that has produced one son, Christian. Let me see. Um, I can't read off that. The whole family was upset at the situation with Lopez. Da, 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 da. I'm really trying to find that. I think I might just read that when I just hold on. Wait a minute. It's this one right here, but yeah, I might just do a part two. I think I'm gonna come back. Y'all gonna come back, and I ain't gonna hold you. I actually remember this magazine and this photo, but I don't know if I read it. You know how you just get a magazine and you just gloss through it and shit like that. Oh shit! I didn't even fucking share his shit. God damn it! This right here. I knew I should have came back. My bad. Mike came in late, like the shit. Thank you, Don. Appreciate you. Thank you, Success. I appreciate you. Of this Kanika Jenkins. Yeah. I've been thinking about doing that. It's a person I want to bring back on as well too. Um that did it with me. That did the update before. Netta, thank you, baby girl. I appreciate you showing some love. Thank you. Shit, I ain't seen that much in a minute. As far as donation wise, thank you, Netta. Appreciate you, sweetie. Word up. Let's keep it pushing. Appreciate you. So I might just read that. But before I go, let's all right, this marker. Let me write down a marker. We're gonna put in his name. But it's hour 18 minutes and 06 seconds. I'm gonna come back. And I might just have what's the name, Adria English, to come on just for a little bit. All right. What am I doing? Hold on. My bad. Hold on. Just lost train of thought. Caught a brain fart, but hold on. Mm. Let's go here, and let's go to. You see all the hold on. Let's. You see all the stuff that he did. Oh, he was. Oh, he said this has been 6 days ago. Chris Todd, the fraud. Yeah, everybody been talking about this dude as a fraud, and he up here making his rounds. Who was that lady? That's him in drag. Look at my thumbnail. Don't they look just alike? Look at that. Look on the left and look at that vulture. They look the same. Like they literally look identical, son. Those some identical ass niggas. He is a vulture for real. Everybody that purchased this book really needs to get their money back. When I come back, we're gonna go to that video right there. I got 1 more minute left. So I'll be coming back. I'm gonna literally come back right now. I said it before, but I'm gonna come back right now. All right, but make sure y'all call in, man. I don't know why y'all scared to call in. All right, where Uncle Charles? Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell that nigga Uncle Charles to call in or something, man. But let me see something. Yeah. All right. So look, let me get off this. I'll be back. I'm coming right back. Yep, about to shut me off anyway. I'll be right back, y'all. Right back.